cooperation forum Kazenergy has a 9-year reputation of building dialogue between leading players in the global oil industry market. During this time, the platform has built a reputation of a great discussion platform for leading industrial exports in the oil and gas market. The Astana Forum's main goal is the analysis of external and internal factors facing the oil and gas industry with experts' opinions, as well as the improvement of forecasting and analysis of the industry's short and long term. It's Global Talk. I am Chris Stanton.
Well, it's a nice platform to display the oil and gas potential of Kazakhstan and Caspian in particular.
At this booth, we show solutions that are already being applied in Kazakhstan, in particular in the energy sector. We are partnering with many companies from the energy sector.
The purpose of this event is to transfer knowledge and information in the oil and gas industry to all of the participants, both from government, regulatory, and for industry executives, and to actual people who will be utilizing that information and technology.
We are here because we organize what is considered as the largest petroleum congress in the industry worldwide. It takes place every 3 years. The next edition will take place in Istanbul in July of 2017. And because Kazakhstan is such an important petroleum country, we take this opportunity to be here at this event to promote the World Petroleum Congress with the audience of the Kazenergy Forum. It's a great opportunity because there are probably several thousand participants here this week who are probably potential participants to the World Petroleum Congress as well.
I guess as a forum for people to discuss how we can work together to get through this difficult time and seize the opportunities that are here.
Today, when oil prices are controlled by the geopolitical situation in the international arena, we need to make consolidated efforts to promote energy efficiency, energy security, and an environment conducive to the oil and gas industry with all mutual interests taken into account.
It's a tough environment right now, and they're going to have to weather the storm. It's clear that big OPEC producers are prepared to tough it out. We've seen OPEC crude production actually increasing despite the low prices. We've also seen a slower reaction than many expected from North American shale producers. It's clear that investment is slowing down in North America. Production growth is slowing down. Production is still high there. It's going to take a little while for that to work through. But what's really going to save the market is demand growth, and that's going to take another year or two to pick up.
The era of cheap oil is over. We have an era where the price of oil is going to be lower, maybe lower for a significant period of time, but there is still a lot of oil, even in old brownfield for existing fields. Those companies who are efficient and utilize the technology will be better positioned to overcome the low prices.
It's going to be investments in technology, it's going to be investments in efficiency. I think also oil companies need to be lobbying more for more open markets and for deregulation of product prices downstream, because price signals are what gives the best, free prices are what give the best signals to enable supply and demand to balance. It's always a balance to be struck, whether you focus on your core activities, becoming the most lean and efficient producer of oil and gas, or whether you try and diversify into new markets. We've seen different companies react in different ways, and I think that's always going to be the case. Everybody's going to develop their own strategy.
IT-технологии в энергетике, они также важны, как и в любых других направлениях.
IT technologies in the energy sector, they are also important, as in any other business areas. They help to create efficient processes, help to facilitate the process and makes the work efficient. I would say that it probably accelerates processes and facilitates work for companies.
Я бы сказал, больше, наверное, способствует ускорению процессов и облегчает работу для компаний.
We have to use wise use of energy for the benefit of all. So it means that we have to find solutions for a sustainable supply of energy and a sustainable energy security, which of course it is considered to be in an energy mix. Energy mix is the future, so it is not one single element of this, but many elements. And the World Petroleum Council gives a forum for those who are dealing with renewables, various types of renewables, which specifically for the fuels can be a part of the substitution.
Nature is generous to us, but we need to introduce new technology and innovations to take advantage of that generosity efficiently, experts are convinced at the forum.
Я, безусловно, в этом уверен, потому что сейчас...
I am definitely sure about that, because now everything is going to ensure that it is preserved. Everything is going towards the green technology. As our president said, we need to move in this direction, because it is our first priority. Our company has its technology. It already uses green technologies that help reduce emissions and decrease energy consumption.
И уменьшению выбросов, уменьшению энергопотребления.
Well, I can see that when you talk of alternative energy, it could be solar, which could be thermal, you know. Exactly, but when you say a clean source of energy, it could be solar, you know. Everybody needs energy, as usual, as ever. So, of course, I mean, the era of energy will always stay on, you know.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's the message that we've heard today from the speakers, and what you see happening everywhere is a more mix, a greater blend of energy sources. So yes, renewables will be part of it.
Renewable energy is of interest. We have publications looking at biomass, biofuels. Obviously, once you look at renewable electricity, then it's just going into the electricity market. Energy markets are pivoting to Asia. The session I'm speaking on is about geopolitics and energy. It's quite clear that the global demand, center of gravity for global energy demand is shifting to Asia. We've been through a period of very low prices for energy. The prices are going to rebound when demand catches up with the oversupply. And that demand growth is clearly going to be based in Asia, China, India, also other countries in Southeast Asia.
We are starting to work on to find out the synergies, which I think there are synergies between the two events. The expo starts in June 2017, and the Congress will be in Istanbul. The World Petroleum Congress will be in Istanbul between the 9th and the 13th of July 2017. So there are possibilities to help each other, and we are starting to discuss about the details.
Modern standards of efficiency, advanced development of new technologies, as well as the globalization of the energy sector led to the tightening of competition for human capital. Major oil companies invest heavily in professional development and selection of talent. Today, human resources determines the plans for sustainable development as well as competition in the market as a whole.
What we're seeing is that there's a lot of really talented people entering the oil and gas industry, and it's incumbent upon oil and gas companies to take these young people, train them, and make them the technical experts and apply new technologies and increase the efficiencies of oil and gas production.
It seems, yes, it seems to be that it's down to your main asset, which is people, and using technology. So developing new technologies, using existing technologies, being innovative, and hitting the ground running with those systems.
There are a lot of challenges which has to be met with these current low prices of oil. Cost cutting, not to forget about the skilled workers to train, to maintain the skilled workforce in the oil companies. Technology development during this time of the year when big cuts in the exploration investments are done. So I think the oil industry has got a very difficult but a time which will enable to strengthen the oil companies prepared for the future.
We've been in Kazakhstan for about 10, 15 years. We have a lot of customers in Kazakhstan who value the transparency that we can bring with our market reports and analysis, particularly around the oil production from the Caspian Sea, natural gas production from Central Asia, and also on the transportation of oil products and energy from Central Asia to consuming markets, whether that's in Asia or in Western Europe.
I first came to Kazakhstan 20 years ago, exactly, in 1995. And I used to organize an oil and gas exhibition, which still exists in Almaty, called Kiyoge. And in those days, just organizing an event was a performance in itself. Now, when I see the level of service and the infrastructure that's available nowadays, it's unbelievable. I never expected this in 16 years. People told me that there was some changes, but I never expected that. The infrastructure is incredible. The level of service is the same as what you would find in the best conferences around the world.
The time for simple solutions is over. The market participants don't have any obvious answers right now. Modern challenges in the oil and gas market made us reconsider the key economic indicators of development of the oil and gas industry and the cost of price for energy. You're watching Global Talk. See you soon on Kazakh TV.